For a time, we tried to contact him by radio, but no response.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining episode 29 of the Denmark's podcast. You're still eating chips. Just continue it on.
Just continue on.
Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Good job.
Doing good yourself.
Doing good. It's a real busy week for work, so I'm glad it's Saturday. I didn't want to get up this morning.
Well, bad.
Every Saturday.
Anybody have any stories from the week?
No, just finished that Snyder Cut last night.
You did finish it.
Yes, I did. I took 3 intermissions myself to get through it.
None. Straight through.
You went straight through.
Did you really?
Badass.
All 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
One nap. One nap. Towards the end, too. That was bad for it.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 hours is impressive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was good. Yeah, I consider that the Justice League movie now. The other one, that's not canon anymore. This is it. And it actually boosted my ratings up from like a 210 up to like a 910 now. I really, really enjoyed this movie.
Okay. Let's not go too far.
No, I did.
Don't put your cape on.
I did. And I'm not a DC guy either. So I'm thinking out the box.
I got through part 1 and 2, so I got an hour in, a little over an hour. So
You
I'm gonna try to. No, I didn't really care for parts 1 or 2. I'll be honest. I'm hoping it gets better, but so yeah, it's I'm definitely seeing there's a lot of new stuff even in that, and then some of the other stuff that they mixed in. So I'm interested, but I'm not gonna. I couldn't do all 4 hours at one time. That's I did. What was it last year? The Irishman that came out on Netflix. That was a little over 3 hours. I did that straight through, and that was a little rough. So I was like, I know I can't get through Justice League because I could barely get through Justice League the first time by itself. I knew I was going to be able to get through the whole thing, but I'm going to do it through the weekend. So I'm hoping to do maybe 2 more parts today and then 2 more parts tomorrow. If I don't have anything really going on, maybe I'll get through the rest of it, but that's at least my plan for right now.
Keeping with superheroes, have we all watched Winter Soldier?
I did watch the first episode, yeah.
Yeah.
I still have to. All right.
I liked it.
Like it?
Okay. Yeah. Foundation building. The first episode got to build the foundation, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it because we really hadn't known a lot about Falcon previously. So this gave some foundation, like you said, Donald. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave a different side of Winter Soldier too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely started to give to like his humanity, Yeah. Mm-hmm. And just not his brainwashed Winter Soldier persona.
So this is definitely after Endgame.
Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
It was the episode length was 50 minutes, but I think that's definitely including the credits and everything, which there was no end credit scene like you guys had texted me, but it was probably somewhere in between 30 and 40, but it felt like a movie.
It did.
And I like that.
You get the WandaVision credits. They're like,
oh yeah.
long.
Well, number one, you get the Marvel credits, which they have to drag that out a bit, and then the Disney Plus credits where you get all the languages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those always drag on for a bit too. Yeah, I liked it. At first I kept contemplating, am I going to watch it all like each week, or if I was going to try to watch it as a movie? And I kind of like the way they laid out episode 1. Like it seemed more it felt like a movie, but it also felt episodic too.
Yeah.
So like you're getting this chapter of it, and the next week will be another chapter, and I'll continue with it. I liked it.
Well, definitely. Got some quick gaming news for everybody. What is it? Sony revealed the VR controllers too for their VR2, and they're weird looking. It's like a handle, and it got like a little round sphere you put your hand in and control.
So
and
like the regular.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. And they said it's like really touch sensitive, so the VR knows exactly where all your fingers are at any point you touching the controller. So we'll see about that. They still have yet to show the visor off, the headset, but they said that will be coming up no time soon. Also, Xbox has a press conference next Friday, so they're going to show off more games for the Series X, just like everybody does now with their press conferences. And rumor is that Microsoft is trying to buy Sega and Konami. They're trying to establish their foot in Japan, since Sony is like leaving Japan a little bit. So yeah, they're trying to buy two big game developers. So that means Sonic and Metal Gear, Silent Hill, Castlevania will all be Xbox exclusives if that goes through.
So I know Nintendo releases Sega games. Does Nintendo currently own them, or do they just have a partnership? Do you know?
No, they just have a partnership with them.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
so that'll go away.
That would definitely go away.
So there goes, the Mario and Sonic Olympic games, are pretty big when those come out.
Mm-hmm. Like everything Metal Gear wise on PlayStation, that will cease to exist anymore. Yeah. But that's all I have for the gaming. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I had any gaming news this week. Any snacks?
Yeah. What do I have?
Not what you're eating. But.
Cosmic brownies. I found this guy.
Okay. That doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't drink coffee, but I drink milk.
I remember we talked about that a couple of episodes ago. Yeah, when it finally came out.
How is it?
I'm about to try for the first time.
Oh, getting a live try. Okay.
Well, it's creamer, so it's thick. I'll put it in milk.
Do you love it?
I do. I love it. I mean, Stan, with cereal, did you see they're bringing back cereal straws?
I did.
See that.
After a little hiatus.
Yeah. So what was it? Cocoa Krispies and Fruit Loops the ones. So that'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't drink coffee, you want to try creamer, milk. Cereal milk.
Is that like your milkshake?
This is my cereal milk. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have the mustache and shit on camera.
It's okay. Maybe Got Milk will sign you up then.
And what is it? Reese's they've announced they're coming with Reese cups with chips, which is interesting.
Yeah. I don't think I can do that.
I've had maybe like a chocolate covered chip once or twice. They were okay. Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting because you get that salty sweet in there.
Yeah.
But morning, Mario.
Mario. What's up?
What else? I did see some other snack news. Sour Patch Kids. They're coming out with Sour Patch Kid marshmallows. And I don't do marshmallows, but I'm kind of intrigued by this.
Not sure how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I like Sour Patch Kids, so I'll give that a try.
Yeah.
I had their ice cream before. I really like their ice cream.
I couldn't do that. I didn't try it yet, but that didn't interest me. But I think the texture of the marshmallows with the Sour Patch kind of does. So if you guys find them at the store, let me know.
Will do.
Can you guys handle milk?
Yeah,
because I'm not sure if I'm gonna last through this.
Gonna have to take that Steve break, huh? Might be a little longer. Mighty Ducks returns next week. I don't know if you guys saw Anything on that? Like they showed the picture this week of the cast returning for a future episode.
Man, that cast is old.
Yeah, it is getting old.
Was that the original cast? All of them?
Not all of them, but
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out who the Asian guy was.
You don't remember him?
Yeah, he came from the second movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the figure skating champion that they talked into hockey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see what Julie the Cat's up to these days.
Yeah. You know, everybody else is going to cost money to get there.
Yeah.
Sorry, like Joshua Jackson. I don't see Charlie Conway ever coming back.
But what's he really doing these days?
Money.
Hey, if it ain't a Dawson's Creek reunion, I don't know.
Let's see what else. I saved this one for Steve. I don't know if he's listening while he's still trying to get connected here or not, but on April 1st, I saw Law and Order SVU and the Law and Order Organized Crime is going to debut. So that's like the kickoff for the Organized Crime series.
Mm-hmm. Stabler coming back.
Yeah.
So, is Benson staying on SVU, or is she going to?
She'll be on SVU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So not sure what the story will be to get him to give his own show, like how that'll work. So I guess that's why you have to tune in for SVU to find out what's going on for that show.
Mm-hmm. I remember the CSIs used to do that all the time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty normal for Law and Order too, to do some sort of spin-off on one of the other shows.
I don't even know him as Stabler. I still know him as Chris Keller from Oz. That's what
SVU has such a strong following, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no surprise there.
I mean, you catch a marathon every day.
Seriously, yeah, that and CSI.
I don't know. I tune out of those. I don't watch.
They announced Loki's gonna officially announce that Loki will be streaming on June 11th on Disney Plus. So we were talking about Winter Soldier and Falcon right now, so that'll be the next series to go on.
So it'll be a brief break.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to go on in between,
Mm-hmm.
if anything, or if they're just gonna, because Black Widow is supposed to come out in May.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still talk that could be moved to Disney Plus too. They said they haven't officially. Their plan is still the theater, but if things don't improve and if people aren't going to the theaters, they'll probably release it on Disney Plus. So
I thought that they were going to hold that off until Loki was over with or Falcon Winter Soldier was over with. So you get WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, the movie, then the next TV show.
Yeah,
just so they can have their stuff spread out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they said last year that in 2021, there's pretty much going to be something of Marvel every week. There might be a few weeks off, but for the most part, every Friday there should be something new.
You'll get those fillers like the introduction,
the Legends.
Yeah. That what was I didn't watch it yet, but what's the new show?
Assembled.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one to watch as well. I think that was everything that I had for stuff.
Have we tried McDonald's crispy chicken?
We have not.
Look, I went yesterday and ordered spicy chicken. They gave me crispy chicken. They got my order wrong, so.
It happened to me whenever I went to Popeyes to try the new chicken.
They gave me
whatever it was last year or the year before, and every time I went to order spicy, I got regular.
Yeah.
I had it before, but I just wanted to go back and double dip.
It was that good to you? Yeah. Not to me. I like the sauce. Now the spicy sauce was good, but
they just didn't do enough.
Yeah, but they changed their chicken to make it like Chick-fil-A. Yeah, you know me and Chick-fil-A don't get along, so
it was. Well, it's pretty much the same style as all those other sandwiches, but
yeah.
They're not chicken and jiving like Popeyes. But I didn't say anything. They did have McDonald's. They did have people singing R&B ballads for nuggets. So
I'm sorry, what?
you don't remember the Nuggets song back in the day? Back in the 2000s?
I don't remember.
It was an R&B love song from McNuggets.
Yes, it was.
He's listening.
He was listening.
Yeah. Hey, everybody knows I was having issues the past couple weeks. I actually connected right to the router this week, so far it's okay. But I don't know what the hell's going on, why I won't connect him today.
You on a laptop, Chris?
I am on a laptop, yeah.
With the Ethernet cord?
With an Ethernet cord.
What kind of powerful system you got?
Dude, I got a Dell.
Mine ain't got shit. Mine ain't got shit but a charger.
Mine's technically my work laptop.
Okay. So you know all the bells and whistles.
It needs to be more powerful.
You still got a CD drive?
No, they don't have those anymore. I think you can get them, but I think now they're external.
Okay.
I don't think they built, because now it's like they cram everything into the laptops. You know, so many parts in there. They need the space. These things overheat so quickly too.
Oh, speaking of snacks, I had my first. What is it?
Shamrock shake.
Shamrock shake.
Your first?
That was my first. Every time I've tried, the ice cream machine has been down. Every time.
I was going to say, I mean, Mr. McDonald's over here, first time he ever had a Shamrock shake.
Every time. I've tried for years, and the ice cream machine has been down. And it wasn't worth the wait.
No?
It was like double mint gum. It was, I don't know. It was gum mint.
I'm hesitant to tell you this, but I'll say it anyways, because I know this is just going to add to your level of hate for them. So Arby's has a.
I have a friend who tried it. She hated it. No, it was something else.
Yeah, it's like the Andy's mint shake, and it is so strong.
No. I mean, is it the day off? There's no missing things.
So Steve usually has parenting 101, but maybe we need to have like marriage counseling 101 or something for him next.
This is like back when AOL.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, Steve, try your phone. See if you can connect from that.
Patch up to the phone. Just patch up.
So this past week was 1 year of quarantine for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so
for who?
Everybody's. Well, this is true.
Yeah.
You're essential workers, you.
You've been front line.
So everybody's kind of reflecting on that. We did have a game plan, so we'll go into that. Called Quarantine House. I don't know if you guys had seen this online or not. So there's 6 different houses in here. Pick your quarantine house. You can only choose one.
And they all got something I hate.
Who wants to get started?
Let me read real quick. I'll go ahead.
So house 1, you get Netflix, a weighted blanket, and a pantry full of snacks. So I don't know if you like a weighted blanket or not, but that's got
No, I think they're like death traps. But
house 2 is a porch swing, fishing pond, and fire pit. House 3 is a view of the beach, home gym, tacos and margaritas. House 4 is a library, home theater, hot tub. House 5 is a mountain view, garden and hammock, hiking trails. House 6, swimming pool, rooftop deck, outdoor fireplace.
I'm going with the Netflix and the pantry full of snacks.
Sounds like you right now.
That's what it's going to be.
I'll go with the library, the home theater, and the hot tub.
That's the one I'm picking too. I was between House 3 and House 4, but the home theater and the hot tub got me over.
Anything was gonna be House 4 or House 6 for me. One of those two.
But, I don't need.
I want to get wet.
Yeah.
I like the roof. I like rooftop decks.
I'm cool with the home gym too. The view of the beach and the tacos and margaritas. I mean, that sounds like great quarantine as well.
I have a home gym. I don't touch that shit. Let's try to guess what Steve would pick.
A house with good Wi-Fi.
I'll say 1 for him.
1.
I'll say 3 for him.
Yeah, I think 3.
3?
3. He works out. We don't.
So, Steve, if you're out there and can hear us, let us know which house you pick.
Ooh.
All right. Anything else before we head into bell to bell?
Got everything I needed. Yep.
Oh, dude, this is how we're starting it off this week.
Changing in AEW Chris, man.
And I'll take it. And again, we're gonna go full throttle on here. We'll change the name too. So, I mean, we are the Pinnacle. I mean, I'm not MJF because I can't talk like MJF, but we have double S Steve, and then you got the greatest tag team. I got the greatest tag team with me.
Kick me out good.
So we're starting AEW this week.
Yeah, so let's start off with AEW. I mean, where do we want to? We don't have to talk about the Pinnacle to start. I mean, do we want to talk about the women's match? I mean, that was kind of like the highlight of the show.
It's good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. both of them got bloody. Both of them just gave it all they have.
Yeah.
Got bloody. Did a little blade in the corner.
Hello, it's pro wrestling.
Yeah, I know. What else are you gonna do?
Do you take away Flair's bleeding all the years that he?
WWE don't blade anymore. That's real blood you get. Okay. Not real blood, but real injuries.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't.
They don't blade. No. Yeah, but the match was good. I see. I don't see Thunder Rosa technically getting like a title shot from it because I still think they're going to push Britt to fight Cheetah at Double or Nothing. Yeah, that's where I'm still coming from with this.
I really expected Britt to win the match. So I expected Britt to win the women's eliminator tournament, and then I expected her to win this. So it's, I mean, 2 times I've expected her to win, and she's lost. It doesn't hurt her by any means.
No, not at all.
Especially this match elevates her more, I think.
It just seemed like with her gimmick as the way it's going and all like that, like you said, her losses are not hurting her whatsoever. Yeah, they're actually building her, I think.
Yeah.
For it, yeah. So I definitely see her as champ coming up very, very soon.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if she doesn't get a title shot, Double or Nothing. Hey, Sheeta's had a great run. I have nothing wrong with Sheeta. But I think it's just time to do something different in the women's team.
She's been champ long enough, like really, really long time.
Yeah. Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all go ahead. It was a good match. I'll give them that. Great spots.
I mean, first time women main evented AEW Dynamite. So I think that was a great match to put on. And, you know, I could definitely see there's really nobody else right now that is doing the story that they were doing. So I think that was the right time to do a women's main event. Doesn't mean that I think it's going to be consistently happening, but I think it'll happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll do it again.
As long as they build a story up to it, just don't throw something together,
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been building this for a good while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this could have been a pay-per-view match instead of AEW Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, so with AEW, this is their pinnacle of storytelling for women's.
Yeah.
So far.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they kind of run hot and cold on the women's division sometimes. So
Cold and cold and hot.
So no, I'm glad to see that they actually elevated something like this, and I think Thunder Rosa was needed for that elevation in the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they had somebody that could have played off Britt as well as Thunder Rosa did the past few months.
On the roster right now, no.
No, nobody on the roster. No.
And Britt's coming so far on the mic doing that waiting room segment, on Dark, and she's going to be a talent. I mean, I think she still has room to grow, but I'm actually ready for her to see her get to that next level of her career.
Yeah, I think her getting injured and her doing those mic things with Tony in the back really, really helped her.
Yeah,
push her forward a lot. Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many times does someone get injured and you think about that afterwards that was a good thing?
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. I think it was a good thing for her career.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the Pinnacle.
Yeah.
what everybody think of the segment this week?
It reminded me.
I want to hear Jason's.
Yeah, go ahead, Jason. What you think of it?
Tully was good. Tully can talk. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Hey, it's a positive. I'll take it.
Appreciate
the effort.
It really was a spitting image of Jericho introducing the Inner Circle. MJF just went right down the line, putting everybody over. You're like, this is Warlow, da. This is FTR, the best tag team. Just kept going. It was just like a complete same image of that promo. Which
that actually, I wasn't even thinking of the Inner Circle. It actually reminded me of whenever Triple H did it with Evolution in 2002. Because he did the same thing in the ring. Just went right down, talked about Orton being the diamond in the rough, Flair being the legend, and Batista being really the muscle of the group. And which, if you look at this, that would be Wardlow. I guess in a way, MJF or you could consider Sean Spears or MJF as the
most underrated man in wrestling. How long is he going to be that guy? How long?
He's the chairman.
How long is he going to be that guy? He's been the most underrated since 10. Since Perfect 10.
We'll see how this goes with him. Because they've been building this group up. God, Steve's been talking about it since we started this show, 29 weeks ago, about the formation of this group.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about time that it happened. But if it doesn't work out, like especially with Spears, if this doesn't elevate his career and he's still the same guy during all this, is he really anything other than what he is? Is he just that mid-card guy? Or everybody thought that match building up with Cody whenever he became the chairman was going to elevate his career, and after that match, it just went right back to what it was.
Yeah, it did nothing. He main events Dark. I
haven't
seen him wrestle in years.
He said years
because he doesn't wrestle they don't put him on Dynamite very rarely. So
that's when you believe in a guy.
I think he has talent in the ring. It's just, does he have the talent to? You knew he couldn't carry the group. I think that was a given. We had talked about that before. That there's no way that he could be the leader of the group. But I think we all knew that he was going to be part of it somehow because he was the one teasing it for the most part, more than anybody.
Who was your standout guy of the group?
Warlow.
MJF.
Really?
I think I put Wardlow second on my list.
He's not a particularly great wrestler.
Not yet.
So you just got a bunch of people that can do shit. Put them together and make them great.
Isn't that the point of groups, though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To elevate each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Flair was like, if you use the Four Horsemen, Flair was already the guy. Evolution Triple H was already the guy.
Yeah.
But everybody else wasn't. You know, when Batista and Orton joined the group, they were just rookies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then they've had that group was great for their career because it just made them into the stars that they became. And Evolution, I will always love that group. I liked it even before they separated. You know, you could just tell that there was going to be something about those guys.
Mm-hmm. One thing about MJF that I'm tired of his promos is, don't you know that I'm 24? Like, yeah, we do get it. Yeah, I'm 24. I'm young. I'm 24. I'm young. It's starting to sound like prayers and vitamins. Prayers and vitamins.
We'll get into that later.
It's starting to sound too much like that.
I don't think you'll continue to hear that. At least I hope not.
You will.
Yeah. I think that was a lot of the past week since they'd formed. That was what a lot of people were talking about was his age. And I'm hoping that's the only reason for that. Hopefully that moving forward, you don't hear about his age. You hear more. I'd rather see more action out of the group than promos. MJF can cut the promo and that's fine. But
you get an inner circle treatment. You get a bunch of promos.
But I hope Warlow really do show out in this group.
Yeah,
because he's just been a true heavy this whole time. He only had like 3 matches probably total so far.
Possibly, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I hope he really stands out in this group. And
he needs to.
Mm-hmm. Everybody else, I'm not too much a believer in all like that. Mm-hmm. But I believe in Warlow. I do.
I mean, I like FTR. I think they're a decent tag team. They're not my favorite tag team, but they're a decent tag team.
Mm-hmm. Hey, let's not go trash in the group now. We love Pinnacle here.
I think that the group is a good group to have a foundation with. You know, they'll all utilize each other to get to that next level.
So this is the 12th stable in AEW?
Is it really?
I think so. I don't know. I was just guessing. I'm trying.
Okay. I thought you did your homework there for a second.
Research AEW? Hell no.
I mean, we got Nightmare Family, we got Dark Order, we got Inner Circle,
Jungle.
Okay, Jurassic Express.
Matt Hardy's.
Yeah, the Empire.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Pinnacle, Inner Circle.
Death Triangle. You count Death Triangle?
Well, that's what I was going to say about
Jurassic
Express too, because they kind of consider that a trios group.
Yeah.
Do you consider it a group, or do you just consider a tag team?
I mean, if you got 3 people, to me, it's a stable.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I always thought. Because, what do you consider New Day?
That's a good point.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they keep talking about doing this trios title, and I'm not a fan of that title. Less is more for titles for me, period. But I don't need a 3-man belt. I have no problem with the Freebird rule of the tag titles, where they all.
You need to give some of these people something. You got too many people just like for no reason. You got to give some people some purpose. With a bunch of these 3 people groups,
too busy floating. Mm-hmm.
So one of my reasons why I don't like that.
Oh yeah, Team Taz also.
The Team Taz, yeah. Take Jurassic Express. Love Jungle Boy. Love Luchasaurus. I don't need Marco Stunt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't need to hold a title.
Hey man, they were selling his moves yesterday.
like he has a purpose. You know, I get that.
A drop kick can knock you out for a couple minutes.
But yeah, I don't think he needs it. Like Death Triangle, I'd be okay with the 3 of them holding a title, like a trios title.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a good group. If SCU was still together, I'd be okay with that group. Have the trios title or something. But so what are we going to get? Billy Gunn and his two sons as a trios group? The family?
Yeah, definitely.
Just to give Billy Gunn a title in AEW?
Mm-hmm.
So he's part of Nightmare Family?
Yes.
They are.
Yeah, Gun Club is. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I forgot they weren't by Gun Club. I don't understand why they're part of the Nightmare Family, other than I think they might train with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
But,
So how about that Sting segment? Let's talk about that.
Go ahead, Donald. You lead it off.
So I like how they called Darby Allin and Sting out and everything, and then Darby grabs the mic and basically he says he's getting disrespected for not defending the title and that stuff. But
Thanks to Darby for tuning in last week.
Yeah. But what's interesting is that Darby's still shadowing Sting. Sting is just too much of a spotlight. And as you saw that whenever Archer came out, he just told Allen, "Oh, I'll bury you in a coffin." And him and Jake's attention just went straight to Sting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, if you're listening, looks like somebody feels overshadowed.
Then Team Taz come out and they do their thing, and Cage takes the mic and he doesn't even recognize Darby Allin, but guess who he's talking about?
Praise and Sting.
Praise and Sting. So, yeah, there you go. Legends overshadowing the young talent.
Tell them about the graphics.
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. And did I notice by just watching AEW that the graphics even tell it too? As you can see, why do Sting got the big bold letters and just says, and regular font, Darby Allin?
Featuring Darby Allin.
Basically featuring Darby Allin. So is Darby Allin getting elevated out of this whole thing? Nah, I don't see it at all. And even with Christian, the same thing. Why did he get the real big font?
That's legend font right there.
Yeah, and then after that, but everybody else just gets regular Roman times numeral.
I mean, you got 20 guys on that screen. You can't give them all legend font on that one.
Oh, I got this. Look at this one-on-one. Look at that one-on-one regular font. But so-called Legend Christian gets the big font. Legend Sting gets the big font.
With the edit featuring.
I don't know. I don't know. Is it just me who's seeing that this whole Legend thing is bad for the business?
Uh-oh. Is he?
I'm not even going to talk about the font. To me, that.
You want to start his own Sami Zayn documentary. They're keeping me down.
Hey,
I didn't like this segment. I really didn't. I didn't.
The segment was awful.
You know, I kind of, in a way, I like Darby addressing, you know, like, hey, I haven't defended this title in 2-3 months. You know, it's time that I become a champion that's going to defend the title week to week or however often he does. Sting did jack in there. You know, he just stood there, you know, which is basically what Sting does every week in there, which I'm getting tired of these interview segments and nothing happening really with him. Yeah.
If it wasn't on Darby's time, if you'd have came out and did that man to man one-on-one, okay, that's great, but not on Darby's time.
Yeah. So last week you didn't have Sting and Darby together. Sting came out separate, and Darby had his match with Scorpio, and now you bring them back together. So number one, why? Yes. Why are they still together? If their storyline's over, you know, Darby's the champion, he needs to do stuff, or is just moving forward. Is Sting going to be Darby's manager in a way, or protector, or whatever we're going to call it? And then, because I just didn't feel like it was needed at all. You know, Sting didn't do anything. Didn't really care about Lance Archer, him coming out and talking at all. Like, I don't need a Lance Archer versus Sting match, because that, I don't know if that's where we're going with this, or if he's gonna try to get Darby Allin's TNT title or what. And then Team Taz came out, and I felt like Team Taz did more to harm Team Taz than it did to do anything. Because all you did was cause a rift between Brian Cage and the rest of the group by him saying that he respects Sting. I have no problem with that, but like Team Taz hasn't been around that long to sit there and say that, you know, we need to see a rift already.
They're having issues.
Yeah, that whole segment, it made no sense at all. Team Taz shouldn't even been out there anyway. You know, the rivalry's over with. They settled that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to be in there. And like you said from the beginning, why is Darby and Sting coming out?
Yeah.
Together. There's no point. Like I said, all the attention was just focused on Sting, except for Darby's little saying. That was it.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the segment, they hit Sting's music.
For I'm sure that's in his contract.
For a man who didn't say a single word, they hit his music. Anti-legend, boy, I tell you. It made no sense.
Next week we're going to see Darby Allin finally defend the title again against Silver, which I'm all for. I'm a big fan of Silver. I think that's going to be a good match.
You
know, so we'll see if that's just a regular match or if there's going to be some interference with Archer or Team Taz and where that's going to go. I don't see Silver winning it. So
whole thing with the Good Brothers against Moxley and Kingston. Like, I'm tired of the Good Brothers. Like, I really, really am. I mean, I don't mind Kenny Omega going unhinged and just like beating everybody up. I'm okay with that. But the Good Brothers, they gotta go. They do.
I think my favorite line of the night, other than the Pinnacle promo, was whenever Moxley and Eddie were talking in the back, and I forget who said it. I think it might have been Moxley, and he started talking about that he doesn't like the Good Brothers just because he wasted his money on talking Shopomania. For them to be on every week and basically just heavies and all that stuff.
That's why they broke down the door.
It's
so redundant. It's unbelievable.
That's the only reason they broke down the door.
I wish WWE just signs them and then they don't get used. Just so I don't have to see them ever again.
I'm going back to my brand.
It did. Oh gosh, what was the one match I completely forgot about? Cody and Penta. How they had Cody go over on Penta.
The roll up.
Yep.
They're coming for Bailey's time. They're coming for Bailey's. There was 2 roll ups last night.
What was it that he hit? He hit a move, and was it the arm? Was it the shoulder thing that he hit first? That Penta hit. Because Penta hit something, and I just can't forget the sequence of the moves, and then
Cody rolled him up. Yeah,
it's just like, well, that didn't make sense, but because that makes it look like his finisher or whatever the move was didn't do anything.
But
no
sell on a finisher.
But I think at least with it was that, you know, it's not going to be, the story's not over. That wasn't a one and done. You know, it's definitely going to continue it on. And but I hate the roll up.
They probably just had to win just because of that, you know, just to keep the story going. But still, you got that Cody Hogan.
And I'll give you that for the ending of that match. I will give you it for that match.
Yeah,
I'm still a Cody fan. And I like it, but I didn't like the ending.
I'm slowly starting to pick him apart. Like he needs, he got to go back to dashing or something. I was a Cody champion until he became the guy.
I mean, it kind of feels like they're working on something. I don't know if anybody else is picking up on it, but it just feels like this isn't them it's not Cody just being Cody. I feel like they're trying to tell some sort of story here that for the future. I don't know what it is yet because I don't need another group.
He wants to be the Prince of Wrestling.
I mean, he is the Prince of Pro Wrestling.
I thought that was Triple H or Shane.
Triple H is the king of kings. Cody's the Prince of Pro Wrestling, and Penta's the Lord of Lucha Libre.
But I like this Penta singles run. He deserves a singles run for sure. Yeah. Like him and his brother need to break off for a bit.
Yeah, because Phoenix did that a little bit, and now once they brought Pac back in, you know, they had them together. So yeah, I'm cool with them because it's not for good. No, at any time they can circle right back into that group because all you need is Penta being, I don't know, someone from the Nightmare family coming out and getting in Penta's face or something, then you got those two guys to come right back out and protect him. They got his back. And I'd much rather have Penta and Ray Phoenix and Pac together than whenever it was Eddie with Lucha Brothers. Yeah,
with his Eddie and his family.
Yeah. I didn't like when Death Triangle was first formed. Like I didn't really see it that did anything, but I like all three of them, so it's just like cool, whatever. You know, as long as they get time together, and they're definitely getting time. Pac and Phoenix is going to be a good tag team, I think, moving forward. So, I mean, that whole group can be interchangeable with that as any tag team, and it's going to be successful.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything else on AEW this week?
I got the stuff off my chest.
Therapy session good for the week?
Yes, it was good.
Okay.
I watched Jade.
Okay.
I forgot about
Watch match.
Good. I just don't want it to be that power move and show off kind of.
That's her.
But that's everybody when they start in a way too. You know, just get that type of match. Yeah, just because she's still limited. So,
I mean, her moves were good when she did them. I just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, for her gimmick, I can let it slide. I can see like a power slam, throw up that big arm. You know, another like a German suplex. Let's go. I can see that with her. That could be her gimmick.
The one thing that I think they got to get away from is the power, like the power arm and everything, as she's about to walk through the curtain. You know, on the way back out, because like they followed her like as she was going through the ramp, and then she did it one more time, did the big flex. It's just like okay, like you just wasted a minute or two like of her waiting to go back through the ramp. It's like she can't just do that like soon as she leaves the ring. You know, that's me being nitpicky. I'll say that.
But I have nothing else on AEW. That's about it.
All right, we'll go into WWE. We'll start with Raw.
Wow. No wanna, but
I don't have anything good about Raw. I have something bad.
No, Raw was awful.
The crap with Bad Bunny and R-Truth in the back. You know, talking about whenever the tag titles got swapped. You know how much we hated that. And now you're going to sit there and say, "Oh, you gave me a replica belt. Here, you can have your belt back."
It's what it was. No other way they were going to take it off. But it's the
every win's a roll up. You could have just done another roll up.
Not with Priest around, because Priest is undefeated on the main card.
Oh. Who's pushing this guy? Who?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't. Like you said, that's Baron Corbin. He is essentially
2.0. 2.0.
Oh.
Is that
what do I always say? What are Rick and Corbin? It's no knock on that. It's just that flavor of it. That's it.
Yeah, and there was nothing else at Raw that I liked at all. I admit I wasn't a big fan of Benjamin and Cedric losing the titles in New Day. I wasn't a fan of that because I still want to see Hurt Business with all the titles just running through the roster.
As soon as the match ended, I thought, okay, we'll just get a rematch at WrestleMania, and then we'll get the Hurt Business back with all the titles again.
That's what I was hoping. Give them a moment.
Yeah, and then you get AJ and Almost coming out. It's just like, I'm glad AJ now has a match at Mania. Like, at least he finally has something to do. But like, that doesn't make sense. And what is it? Just the payoff for Xavier Woods and Almost to finally
settle? Yeah.
But no, it's like the Hurt Business. Like, you just put the title on Lashley. I get the Hurt Business had the tag titles for a little bit, but they deserve more than 2 weeks of being a championship group.
Like I said, I still wanted to see them run through the roster more, like all 4 of them as champs.
Yeah.
You
I didn't need MVP as a champ. But.
Well, no, not as a champ, but just those 3. Because I like MVP in the role he's playing right now. Yeah. He's playing like that Paul Heyman role with Brock Lesnar. For sure.
You didn't like Ollie Riddle?
No, I don't like Matt Riddle. I'm over Matt Riddle.
I agree.
I don't care for the character. I like when he's in the ring. Like, McIntyre, what is it? McIntyre, Miz, Lashley, Sheamus. No.
No, I didn't care for Lashley.
No. It's just there's nothing that connects me to that. Now, whenever Drew fights Lashley at Mania, it'll be something, but the lead up, no. Like the Miz stuff now is, man, they're just using him as trash, basically. He's just a punching dummy for all these big guys.
But you still got 4 people in the main event picture.
That is true.
So
and you never saw Lashley versus Sheamus.
So Miz comes out and says, I want my rematch at WrestleMania. Drew comes out and says, I want a match at WrestleMania. Okay, we'll give it to you, Drew. Well, not today. If they're both going to do the same thing. Like, why doesn't the Miz get another shot?
Because he had his rematch last week.
But if there's no real rematches guaranteed anymore, Drew doesn't get anything either.
Yeah, true.
So it's like you can't have someone do the same thing, and like it was the exact same thing. They neither one did anything different. But
that's why I'd rather see Sheamus versus Lashley, but that already happened last week. So
yeah. Do we want to talk about the shit show of Shane and Braun?
No, that didn't happen.
Okay, moving on.
Didn't happen. I just looked up and saw Nickelodeon. I thought I changed.
Same here.
Yeah,
same here.
That's what's on Nickelodeon. That's what happened.
Same here. I thought, man, I really thought we was back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Whenever that happened.
I thought it was Double Dare happening there for a second.
You giving Shane too much mic time to fumble.
And there's no need. I mean, Shane can easily do laps around Braun on the mic, but there's no need for promos.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Even though they're both terrible, true.
It's like there's absolutely no need for anything. Like this doesn't need to be a mic promo build up.
Yeah, no, you could have just had a match or something. I don't mind watching them fight.
They're still advertising it for Fastlane.
Yeah,
they took it off and then they put it back on last night.
I want to see Shane do something dumb. I don't mind it. Just the story to it is just terrible.
We don't need anything. Save it for Mania. You don't need to do something at Fastlane.
Yeah, no.
I have a feeling nothing's really going to happen at Fastlane. I think it's going to be more of maybe Shane just doesn't show up for the match or something, or he does something to cause Braun to not be able to be in the match. But I don't need it. Like all it is like you said, it's just for Shane to do something at Mania. Whether I don't know if it's going to be him or Owens going to jump off the pirate ship because that was what Owens wanted to do last year. I'm sure they're both fighting for it. Maybe they'll both do it.
Night 1 and night 2.
Yeah.
It's just like we said before. This Fastlane pay-per-view is a waste of pay-per-view. It is.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of stuff that makes no sense.
I have no interest in Fastlane at all.
No.
I'm gonna watch. You want to see how Peacock does?
No, I'm going to tune in because, I do want to test out Peacock, see how it works tomorrow. Because actually, so my subscription to the network ends today. just the way my billing went, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So I wouldn't even have the network as a backup. Like some people, I think, are going to have through April 4th or 5th. I think they said.
So you still have the network.
Yeah, so some people will still have the network, so it's going to be on both. This one, and then after April 4th or 5th, it'll just be Peacock in the U.S. And then in international markets, you'll still have the network or whatever else service that they use in that country.
Don't do it on your TV, or don't do it in your Xfinity box.
I haven't had any issues on my Xfinity box. No, the only app that doesn't work great for me on my Xfinity box is Hulu. Like if I try to like rewind 30 seconds, like if I miss something, I want to go back. Sometimes then it gets real jumpy or buffering constantly. But anything other than that, I haven't had too many issues with.
I get issues with like the interface itself.
Okay.
On everything on the Xfinity box. Yeah. I don't know what the problem is there.
Yeah, so I have an Amazon Fire TV in my living room, and that's been giving me issues with apps for a while now. For some reason, I don't know if the TV's probably 4 years old, maybe. So I don't know if maybe it's just too old for an Amazon TV now. But I've started using the apps on the Xfinity box more, and I haven't had a lot of troubles with them. I think the only thing that I don't have that's not on Xfinity right now that I use. Because they just added Vudu the other day, which surprised me on Xfinity, is Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. They're not on there yet, but they were supposed to come the first quarter of this year, and that didn't happen. So I don't know when it's going to happen. But once those are done, pretty much the Xfinity box will have everything that I use.
Okay. Yeah, I just have trouble with the interface.
In my room, though, my bedroom, I have a Roku player. So I don't have an Xfinity box there. So I just use all the apps. But and see, this was more interesting than Raw.
Raw.
We got into the weeds there for a second, like Steve says. That was more interesting talk than what Raw was.
So how was SmackDown? Because I was too busy gaming. So
you didn't watch?
Nah.
The first hour of SmackDown actually kept my interest. The second hour did not.
No. You didn't like
I did see the clip of who is it? Big E and Apollo fighting in the back.
If you'd have gave me regular Apollo in this cutting the same exact promo, I'd have been
You don't like Big E versus T'Challa?
That accent, boy.
Oh, I think Steve finally might be on board here soon.
Oh, that accent is. Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah.
You didn't like Daniel Bryan versus Tall AJ? I can't see Edge in powder blue.
Yeah, it looked weird. I agree. It did look weird.
Oh no, this is not Daniel Bryan. Uso.
So who actually won that?
Edge,
of course.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking something was going to happen and still have Jay in Roman's corner. Is he still
one of my problems? So the opening was Bianca, Sasha, and Nia and Shayna. So Bianca started before the match started. She goes, "Don't expect me to come out there and back you up." And Sasha goes, "I didn't ask you to," or something. And then what happened 5 minutes later? Bianca comes out to back up Sasha.
That's because she's.
You sure she wasn't scouting her competition?
It's still her.
Hey,
welcome.
Oh.
It's still her personality. Like you can't just switch to heel. I think it's still her personality. But you got Sasha on the other hand playing her role. Like she come out, you got this, and then leave.
Yeah.
So I expect that from Sasha. You got Bianca battling herself. Add me in when you see me. Oh, damn! I getting a text late?
Oh boy!
Yeah. So
he's gonna come in with hot fire.
Yeah, oh yeah, he is. He is. He gonna come in with his intro and everything. Rail on me about my legend stuff. Yeah, everything.
I think the first comment's gonna be, "What a shit show." Really, other than that, I don't think there was much on SmackDown.
Like, I didn't mind Sasha. Nia Jax actually looked good in the match.
Her move on the turnbuckle.
Mm-hmm. Actually looked good.
Yeah. Since you didn't see it, Don, like Nia picked her up by the knee, like where she wraps the knee around her neck, and then like brought her to the corner and just kind of like whipped her face right into the middle turnbuckle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Nia using her power that she has over everybody in the division, you know, to actually use it properly.
Yeah,
I don't mind Nia. I really don't mind Nia. The commentary team last night, you know, I don't remember if it was Cole or Graves, but they made it seem like maybe there's friction between Shayna and Nia. So I don't know if Mania is going to be the end of their run.
Mm-hmm. And then I also liked Natty and Tamina. If they came out with this like enforcer type or this bruiser type role, I'd be on board with it.
Both of them can go in the ring. Natty's probably the best female worker in that company, if not in the business. You know, she's over a decade of wrestling, you know, in WWE. So she can go. And for me, I hope when the time comes that Natty decides that she's done being an on-air character, that she trains the future generations of women for the rest of the time until she can't do it anymore. But the problem is neither one, her or Tamina, they're not great on the mic.
Yeah, no. That's why they need just the silent bruiser role. Yeah.
Like APA.
Bitches.
Welcome.
Yay. We're an hour in and he finally showed up.
Fuck yourselves.
You don't get paid for that first hour, you know.
You know, I still can't figure out what the hell's going on with my internet or my connection. So yeah, it's been shitty all week. You know, my wife's like, I have no problems. I'm like, you're sitting right in the office, right next to the router. Of course you have no problems. My daughter had issues connecting on Thursday, working in the dining room, and I've been upstairs in the bedroom working. And Thursday and yesterday were terrible as far as connection and everything else. And as you can see, an hour into this show, and I finally got on my phone to connect, but not on my Wi-Fi. I have to be on, you know, the cellular network.
Okay.
So
these.
So yeah. So apologize for everybody out there. Hey, shit happens. You got to make the best of it. Hopefully these 3 marks kept you entertained for an hour, but the star is back. Okay. All right. You should hand me that fucking scarf. Okay.
Hey, like I said when we started, you're double S. I mean, they named him earlier in the week, and that's your role.
Coming in as a ball of fire right now. I had such a good show planned. I was going to come on and I was going to start off the intro by burying Jason, you know, because he put out a little to-do list on Facebook. And I was going to come on and read off a to-do list and everything else. I had all my notes ready. Like, I was professional this week. You know, I wasn't going to be scrolling through the phone as I see stuff and talk about it. I was real professional this week. And what do I get? Shit.
See, if you're still with us, that's what the outro is for.
Well, we're not going to run through an hour-long outro here. So what do you got? You guys still on Bell to Bell, or where are you at?
We're still on Bell to Bell. We covered AEW, we covered Raw, we covered SmackDown. I think we can probably move into NXT next.
You want to touch on anything before we move?
Not to rehash anything or to take up more time. Raw was god awful in the shits like it has been, and it's been terrible. I think once I saw the Nickelodeon slime, I turned it off. SmackDown. I didn't watch 1 minute of SmackDown last night. I was following along on Twitter with stuff that was going on. I was watching the tournament. It's March Madness, so I was watching basketball. The games last night were way more entertaining than anything they did on SmackDown, from what I saw from the comments and the tweets. So yeah, once again, I'll go back. It's been the worst build to a WrestleMania ever.
And sadly, that's both the Raw and SmackDown this week were the go-home shows for Fastlane. So again, we talked about how they can't do a decent go-home show. This week proved that.
I mean, it's a pay-per-view you don't want to watch, so
Yeah,
and if you didn't notice, we didn't do a prediction show for Fastlane.
No, this pay-per-view tomorrow is strictly to figure out the bugs and issues with Peacock, if there are any, before Mania. That's why they're doing this pay-per-view.
smart.
Yeah.
I mean, it is smart, but it throws off the whole WrestleMania build. So all I'll say is they've completely taken me out of any interest in Sasha versus Bianca. I have no interest in that at all. They completely killed that for me. I don't know if they'll be able to get it back over the next 3 weeks until Mania, but that was the match I was most looking forward to. That is the match that I wanted to main event night 1 of Mania, and just do it. AEW won't go into too much AEW here, but love the promo, love the name for the Pinnacle. The shirt that came out, it's a decent shirt. I wasn't expecting that design that they put out for it, but I like it. It's different. I'm okay with it. And then obviously Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. Nothing more you can say. Best match AEW's put on, and that includes Dynamites and pay-per-views. By far my favorite AEW match that they've done so far. I tweeted at Bully Ray and Busted Open and Dave LaGreca in that with Britt's bloody face. I said, there's a woman in another company that stood in the crowd with a bloody face, and that was her moment that elevated her to the next stratosphere. It was tonight Britt Baker's moment. And Bully Ray says it's all about moments. And I think she definitely had her moment on Wednesday night that is just going to elevate her into the next level.
I kind of found it interesting too that it was almost a full year, because I think it was like the April 8th episode of Dynamite last year.
Hold on,
Scripted moment.
So you don't think she really got busted open with that ladder?
That ladder didn't touch her. That ladder, you notice women always bleed right here, so they don't touch their face. Yeah, they both bleeded.
So what do you think happened last year whenever she had her busted nose and was bleeding all over the place?
Oh, that was real right there. You can tell.
Oh, that one was real.
I'm already hot enough. I don't need to argue with Dave. I'll go back and listen for your shitty takes on it, because I'm sure you buried it and didn't think.
No, it was a good match. It was a good match. Great spot. Good match.
Just a good match.
Just a good match. Yeah.
All right, NXT.
So you watched that one live. So what did you think about it?
Yeah, so I had the unfortunate draw of getting the short end of the stick and watching the COVID version of NXT live on Wednesday. Obviously, the outbreak had them completely change around plans for the show, storylines, who was on the show, etc. I felt like the whole Cross Balor challenging for the tag team belts, since we've seen it so much on the main roster, I felt like it was just lazy booking, lazy writing. I know they were hamstrung, but at the same time, you had, a week to figure out something else, and the best you could do was throw them two in a tag team together to challenge for the belts. I did
101.
Yeah, I did like the callback to Hogan Savage, Miss Elizabeth with the drop kick in the Lorcan, and Scarlett takes the bump and then Cross snaps You got lust in your eyes for Elizabeth. But it's set off. Then I mean, I'm okay with that. The whole Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly bit. I like that it was something different.
He had somewhere to be.
What's that?
He had somewhere to be.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it was different. The fact that you come out back and you're expecting to see Cole just laying in the parking lot and have like him, Rikishi run over Stone Cold like type deal. But
oh God,
I'm glad they went different with them two getting arrested, and Regal kept trying to talk to each one of them, and the cops kept shunning them away. They kept like running back and forth. But the only thing that I don't get out of it, which doesn't make sense, is that like, all right, so they both get arrested, but then what Regal says is like, next week I'm gonna have them both show up in the CWC and we're gonna straighten this out. And it's like, it makes no sense. Like, so the cops couldn't get it settled. You almost had a hit and run on your hands, but yet you're going to be the one to settle it in the CWC next week, brother.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I will say, as much as the women shined on AEW, I think the women shined on NXT as well this week. They put a lot of trust in Zoe Stark. For as new as she is, to have her in a 2-segment match at the top of the second hour, I felt like that just shows how much how high they are on her.
Yeah.
Her in-ring work has been good since she's been on TV. Now I know you can have good matches, right? I know you can work. You're going to continue to improve in the ring. Now I need the character behind you. Who are you? What are you about? What's your motivate? Like, give me the character now, so that way I can get invested into her, because I already like her based off of what she does in the ring. Now I need you to give me the backstory and the feeling to make me fully invest in the character.
I want to see her and Mercedes go at it.
That'd be a good matchup.
That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
And then Io coming out and doing the little Barry Sanders juke on the contract into Raquel's chest. I know last week, I don't know, I forget, it might have been you, Chris, that said you don't like the champion calling their challenger. You like to see it the other way around. I think this is just Io being badass and saying, yo, sign the contract. I want you, and let's go.
I like Io and I like Raquel, so I think that's going to be a great match. Io's been a strong champion almost the past year. What were we looking at? Was it April, May when she won it originally?
She wanted it in your house. Yeah. She beat Charlotte and Rhea in the triple threat, and that was
I just don't remember when it exactly was, but okay, yeah, and strong champion. No, she's done her job the past year as champion. I think she has done her job better than a lot of champions in WWE carrying that belt. It not only elevated the belt, it elevated her.
Yep. And then they signed, the big signing announcement for Sunbury. Changed the name a little bit, Warrior of the Sun. Between her, Asuka, and Io, I tweeted out who has the better nickname. You have Empress of Tomorrow, Genius of the Sky, or Warrior of the Sun. So, but no, I think Io drops the belt on night one or night two TakeOver. Whenever, I think she drops the belt, and then she'll be a surprise call up, at the Monday or Friday after Mania.
Okay.
And you put her, I think you put her on Raw.
Yes.
Immediately. So you have her on Raw, you have Rhea on Raw. You have Asuka.
Charlotte.
Who knows what's going on with Charlotte? I don't know if you guys jumped into it or not, but
no, we didn't talk about it.
So
movie or
the series Walking Tall.
Yeah,
but she got dropped off the poster for Mania.
Yeah.
So
Andrade came out this week and said the rumors are true.
Yep. So he asked for his release, was denied, and confirmed it. Obviously, them two are engaged. So I don't know. Don't know what's going to come about that. But
this wouldn't be the first time in WWE that a real life couple, they're one of them having some sort of issue with the company hasn't caused issue for the other person either. We can go back years and years, but I'll even just go back to 2000, 2001 time and frame whenever WWE fired Jerry Lawler's wife and then he left because of it. Mm-hmm. And it's not uncommon for it to happen. Zelina got let go, and what have we seen of Aleister Black?
Nothing. He hasn't been on TV in 6 months.
Yeah. So, yeah, this could be something, and it's not uncommon for WrestleMania promotional images to change, even close to it. But I do find it a little curious that they've removed her from the promotional images. So, whether we're looking too much into it or not, who knows? But I can definitely understand where we're going with that.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on Walter Ciampa?
That's going to be an amazing match.
They're going to.
I want to see.
Walter's chops are incredible, and that chop he hit on Ciampa that just echoed through the CWC.
Mm-hmm. As you guys know, I'm all in on Walter.
Yeah,
I am all in on him.
He is so. He reminds me so much of Andre, but just like with an athleticism times 10.
Mm-hmm.
Back with there's clips floating around of Andre taking body slams and doing other stuff, in his earlier years. And by the time we saw Andre, he was, coming at the very end of his career.
Yeah, so limited.
So we didn't get to see Andre in his prime, but just the way he carries himself, and he doesn't have the typical build. Not that he has like your dad bod build. But yeah, he brings it in the ring, and just them two. I'm okay with them with you giving me them two out to shoot. Like I'm perfectly fine with that.
And like you said, he can go. He can go in the ring. For being a big dude, especially
he got the stamina.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen multiple matches from him that are match of the year contenders, and we know Ciampa can go. So you got two guys right there that could have instant chemistry in that ring. I don't know if they've ever wrestled before, but if they haven't, this is going to be really interesting.
And I don't know what the hell's going on with Ciampa's hair, but he got to get that shit figured out. Ciampa with hair is just something I cannot get used to.
You got quarantine hair.
But he didn't start out that way.
Yeah.
Like he's growing it out for some reason, and I have no idea why.
He has phase 2 quarantine hair.
What you guys think about Eli Drake's match? I mean, Eli Drake. LA Knight. Sorry.
You're saying LA Knight.
I'm so LA Knight, I tweeted this out. I wonder I said LA Knight came up with his nickname by blending LA Gears and British Knights. I don't know. Please let that be true. If somebody that's
oh yeah, that would be good.
Somebody that's more important than us in this world, whether it's Sean Ross, somebody ask LA Knight, ask Eli Drake if that's how he came up with his name, please. If I call that, then I'm just. But no, I'm super high on Drake. To me, he's top 2 or 3 best talkers in NXT as soon as he walked through the door.
Absolutely.
It's just whether or not his ring work can match that of NXT, given the workers that they have down there. And, it wasn't, a 25-minute TakeOver match yet, but I think, as long as he can go in the ring and keep up, he'll be fine and do good things down there. I'm expecting big things. I don't know how long he'll be down there, given how he can talk and once Vince hears him on the mic. But I look forward to him doing big things in NXT.
One thing he has in NXT that he hasn't had in TNA or in NWA is that environment. The training environment, the multiple rings, the trainers, and the talent that surrounds him, that they can practice constantly. Mm-hmm. So I think that should hopefully elevate his in-ring game. Because like you said, the mic skills are already there. There's no need to change that.
So I mean, hopefully this second run for him was better than EC3's second run.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I expect him to be, in the upper card, in short order.
Mm-hmm. And then it looks like we're finally going to get the unification of the Cruiserweight Championship at TakeOver at some point, whether it's night 1 or night 2. And I'm all here for that match too.
Oh, yeah.
When they split the belts, I was all here for that match. So now that's finally happening.
I said that could possibly be your match of TakeOver both nights. Mm-hmm. That match could steal the show between them two.
Yeah. So and the sad thing is, I like both of them, and the title I kind of liked having the two titles. So it's like I don't know who I want to win. I think I'm not even going to make that prediction now. I'm going to wait till it gets closer. But yeah, it's just going to be a shame that one of them has to drop the title now.
The headbutt looked a little wonky on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was like it was thrown to the side and then like it was all slow. Like Escobar could have moved a little bit. You had time to get out of the way. You didn't have to take that shot. But
so Jason, was that real blood or fake blood in his mouth?
WWE only does real. AEW only does fake. WWE only does real.
Yeah. Anybody else got any thoughts on NXT?
What thoughts on the tag division? I think Lorcan's hurt.
Birch got hurt.
Birch is okay.
Legitimately on the double suplex.
And then your MKS is still out.
MKS is out.
Yeah.
Grizzled Young Vets look to be in quarantine. It was kind of obvious who was on quarantine because they all got video packages. But yeah,
it's such a shame leading up to TakeOver that this had to happen. So
yeah, I mean, we were, I don't know what they're gonna do now.
If you have Escobar retained and put him on El Delgado.
El Hijo de Fantasma.
No, it's Legado del Fantasma.
Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they end up doing that. Maybe they swerve and we don't get, tag team. It's kind of hard not to have the tag team champs on TakeOver,
especially 2 nights.
But if Birch is legit hurt with a shoulder, don't know how serious it is. You only got a couple weeks to pivot to something different. So
if they didn't have Dunn doing something, I'd put him in the ring with Dunn.
Yeah, just like Cole did with Fish when he got hurt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, Dunn really doesn't have any plans unless you were for like a fatal 4-way type deal. But I don't think that's going to happen now. I think you're going to get, legit Balor and Cross with no funny business. So maybe you do throw Dunn in with Lorcan and have them defend because Birch is hurt. So we'll see what happens there. Just a couple other quick hitters in wrestling before we move on. Ring of Honor getting ready for 19th anniversary show. It'll be on Friday night, March 26th. Really good card set up, really good matches. You got Jay Lethal versus Rush for the ROH Heavyweight Championship. EC3 against Jay Briscoe. They got a lot going on over in ROH right now. It's really good. So if you're looking for something to watch, tune into that on Friday night. Tomorrow night, NWA Attack. What is it? Back for the Attack. Yeah. That's on Fight TV tomorrow night. You have Nick Aldis versus Aaron
Stevens,
formerly Damian Sandow, which I'm okay with having that matchup. It's a nice tribute to the question mark because he was with Aaron Stevens there in NWA. So let them two go at it. You got Trevor Murdoch against the masterpiece, Chris Adonis. who's making his NWA debut tomorrow night. So should be a good card. I'm looking forward to NWA. You know, see how they do on Fight. They're exclusively on Fight. So we'll see how that plays out. You know, they're going to be filming NWA Power starting tomorrow through the 24th. So we'll get that back on a weekly basis. Moving
and it
forward.
looks like you're going to have to pay for it too. From some of the comments that I was seeing Fight posting on Twitter this week, it says it's going to be part of a low tier package, but I don't know what the package is going to be yet. I didn't look that much into it.
Okay.
Low tier.
Yeah.
Well, Fight set up like kind of like the network once they switched over to the paid versions. You get so much for free, and then you have your step ups. But it's just another subscription thing to pay for. So, I don't know if that'll help them or hurt them. I think it'll help them because they get a chance to be in front of more eyes. But I don't know, being free on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, you had everybody for free and could be all around the world to watch.
So, yeah.
I liked NWA Power. I think there is talent there, but is it really worthy of being behind a paywall?
That's what we'll find out.
Yeah.
From a business move, it was the right move to make. You sign a multi-million-dollar, multi-year exclusive deal with the streaming service. They feel that streaming is obviously the future, where it's going to be everybody on these streaming platforms. So they're looking to get ahead of the game there and get a jump start on being one of the first companies to do that. So we'll see what happens with them.
It's income for them after a year being off. They need that. So I don't know. I don't blame them for doing it, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll see how it goes with fans actually viewing it.
Yeah, and they're still working with AEW in some type of capacity. There was an article that came out this week with Billy Corgan talking about Tony Khan and his vision for wrestling and them two and their relationship. So they'll still have stuff going on with AEW. And then MLW this past Wednesday night was a solid episode for MLW. Big storyline going on. Well, one of the storylines going on there right now is Mil Muertes and Hammerstone. Them two seem to be on a collision course for the never open weight championship, which Hammerstone has had. He's been the only champion since they brought the belt out in 2018 or 2018, I think it is.
You like Haas fights, so I mean that's a Haas fight right there.
Yeah, it'll Mil Muertes and Farrah had a Haas fight on Wednesday night that was really good. Leo Rush and Brian Pillman Jr. wrestled each other on the show. So yeah, it was a good episode. Quick hour, easy watch. You can go back on demand and watch it anytime.
Yeah. I didn't watch this week, but I agree. MLW is an easy watch.
What channel is it?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So MLW Fusion. Go back through, get caught up. There, everything's cataloged there. I think this was episode 125 or 126.
Okay.
So yeah, not bad. Won't jump into the rest of the stuff. So let's move on to. If nobody else got anything else in wrestling? Let's move on because I don't know how much power my phone has.
All right, let's go to Bell. One drink of the week.
Chug, 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 chug.
All right, this week's drink of the week is brought to you by shitty internet connections and not being able to connect to do your job.
I'm glad you're back because I definitely don't have wood chips and good chips memorized.
So this week, This week we got a selection from Donnie Durag up there.
Oh no, it wasn't me. This is Jason's.
Oh, this is Jake. Well, I'm gonna shit all over this beer then. Pick this stupid ass beer. No,
I would choose one without a screw off, you know. But
that's your own beer. You picked your own beer.
You got the Steelers spatula.
Hey,
is that the bottle opener from a grill set?
Yeah. This is my brother's Christmas gift. He ain't get it yet, but if you see it, Merry Christmas, bro. I'll get it to you.
We should have had the Amazon delivery yesterday too.
That's a Christmas gift for somebody that you're using. It's
March
20th.
Huh?
We need to pitch
so
in.
Jason picked the flying dog.
Jason, there was an Amazon delivery for you yesterday too.
Where? My
house?
house?
On your porch.
Probably got stolen. I'll check.
So this week we have Flying Dog and God We Crush Orange Crush Ale. 6% alcohol by volume. I like how they have the expiration date stamped right on the bottom of the bottle there, so you know when it's freshness too. So this one's good until July 2nd. I like the label. Flying Dog always got good labels.
Yeah, they do.
That's one thing they do put out. They got good labels. I've had a couple things from Flying Dog in the past, so I'm looking forward to this. I think we'll be pleasantly surprised with this one. What happened?
It all froze. We're good though.
Well, it definitely smells like Orange Crush, you know.
Bro, I taste nothing. I taste beer.
I had their blood orange before.
You can't taste any of the orange?
Nope.
Well, maybe if you weren't snacking on 7 different things, you freaking taste buds would be able to take it.
You taste cosmic brownie.
Yeah, you got Cool Ranch Doritos on your tongue, cosmic brownies, hot cinnamon coins. Like you got all those shit on your tongue. No wonder why you can't taste none. Now it's not overpowering. There's definitely you definitely taste the orange, but it's not as. I was expecting more of an orange punch to it.
I think I can taste the orange peel. Is that what I'm tasting? The zest.
And to me, this is a good summer beer.
Yeah,
like,
I drink it. I drink more of it.
Yeah, no, I would. This is a 6-pack that I would pick up. You know, you're barbecuing. You got cornhole going on. You're using the spatula. You know, bottle opener. The grass just got cut. You know, I'm good with doing this. This is an easy drink. This is good, but yeah, I feel this is more of a summertime beer. But I guess we're getting into that season now because spring is going to be here shortly.
Yeah, this reminds me of almost tastes like an orange shandy in a way. So it reminds me of like the porch rockers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Leinenkugels.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good call.
No, that's a good choice there, Jay. You're 1 for 1 there.
It's good.
Go around the horn. 1 to 5 sumo scale. What do you guys rate the Flying Dog and God We Trust Orange Crush Ale?
I'm gonna give it a 3 because I can drink it again.
I give it a 3 also.
Yeah, I like it. It's easily drinkable. It's not heavy. Decent alcohol percentage. I'll give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a solid 3 as well.
Mediocre all my life, baby.
see your way out of college, right? So yeah, no, that's good. That's definitely. I would suggest if you guys are out and about and you see that in a 6-pack, pick that up. That's one that you could easily drink. Like I said, that to me that'd be more enjoyable outside, radio on, cornhole, grill going, you know, as things start to open up and more people get the vaccine, or if you're in other places, like Vegas, where they opened up the pools yesterday and they had the freaking March Madness playing with the
floaties.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of floaties in Vegas, Jason.
That picture yesterday looked like it was taken in 2012, not 2021. There was not a mask in sight. Everybody was shoulder to shoulder. But no, this is good beer. I recommend this one. I'll give that one a thumbs up. So
definitely a good beer for the first day of spring.
Yeah. So good job.
Sitting on beer, Sprite, milk, and coffee creamer. It's gonna be a good night.
Hey, you haven't had to get up yet.
Real good night. Steve, you drink coffee?
Yeah. I had it. Ben had it. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. The Fruity Pebble creamer. Amazing. All right. Well, that's it for this week's Drink of the Week. So to end the segment, pick up your bottles, cans, glasses, whatever you're drinking out of. I got my old school Ocean City, Maryland beer koozie to keep my beer cold while I waited to connect to this podcast. But to good ships and wood ships and ships that sail the seas, but the best ships are friendships, and friends will always be. Salute.
This week in sports was kind of long.
This week in sports, a lot going on this week. March Madness officially tipped off yesterday. Thursday. They had the first 4 playing games. Good games Thursday. Yesterday, upset City.
Bracket busted.
15 over 2. Or Ohio State. We had 13 over a 4. North Texas State over Purdue. We had a couple 11s wins. So your bracket's officially busted. I didn't fill one out this year, but day 1 was. I think day 1's madness made up for the tournament being last year.
Yeah.
They said 95.2%.
Perfect bracket.
Yeah, my whole Midwest bracket is gone.
Yeah, as soon as Ohio State lost, that took out 95% of the people that entered brackets.
I still got Baylor winning that bracket, but still, it's like busted to death.
Yeah, so it was a little weird watching the tournament yesterday, having the first round start on Friday and not Thursday. But going Friday to Monday, I'm gonna see how I like that swing. You know, I know why they had to push it back just because of COVID and getting protocols and everything else set up. So we'll see what happens there. But not all good things came into fruition for the NCAA with the tournament. I don't know if you saw the video and the pictures of the quote unquote weightlifting facility that the women got compared to the men.
Wow.
You want to talk about putting egg on your face. You know, coming out of 2020 with all the conversations that were had about, you know, racial injustice, women's equality, fight for rights, everything that we went through last year, and for the NCAA to botch and screw up the way that they screwed up, you know, it's just completely unacceptable and tone deaf from them on their part. They admitted that they screwed up, which is good that they actually came out and admitted that they screwed up. You know, but again, it's something, it's too little too late. You know, you can go in and add all the equipment now and make it equal to what the men got and everything else. But at the same time, it's not, it should have been done from day one and not a backtrack to get it done now. So,
yeah, other than the weights too, they said that they have different COVID tests from a different company. They have cheaper food. So it's not the same quality of food as the men got also.
Are they getting the fake grilled cheese? Like Fire Festival?
It's just a bad look all the way around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So they just got dumbbells.
Dumbbells and yoga mats. That's it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. And they said there wasn't enough room, but the player showed the video of the room, and it was just as big as the men's.
Yeah. So
that's trash.
Yeah, it was terrible. So there's that. We had a lot of news in NFL free agents. The official league year started off free agency. A lot of people got paid, some didn't. Others took 1-year deals. Steelers re-signed Juju for a 1-year, $8 million deal. He turned down bigger money and other offers from the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Eagles, reportedly. But because of that, then they, get rid of Steven Nelson, who had $8.2 million on the books for cap. So I would have rather kept Nelson instead of Juju, but I think their history with drafting wide receivers is one of the best in the league. So I'd have been fine letting Juju go somewhere else. But hey, you get him for 1 year, $8 million. See what happens. Maybe next year when the cap goes up to 210, you can re-sign him. The NFL did sign what was it? What was the TV right? The total TV rights deal? I want to say it was like $910 billion or something, or $10 billion, something like that. Insane amount of money that they printed off.
Yeah.
With TV rights and everything else between ESPN, CBS, Fox, NBC, and now Hulu. So Bezos is officially entering into the NFL.
Amazon Prime, not Hulu.
Or I'm sorry, Amazon Prime, yes.
Yeah, because they're getting all the Thursday games now, right?
They're getting all the Thursday games now.
Says 110 billion.
110.
Billion.
How many years is that?
7-year deal?
7 years opt-out clause. Or no, 11-year deal.
7-year opt-out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
jeez.
Yeah, they're expecting the cap to be around 250 million 5 years from now. So you want to talk about free agency and craziness that's gone on in this week whenever teams were strung with the cap space and the creative stuff that they've done with voidable years and everything else. Free agency, I think, will be a very big to do here over the next 3-4 years. You'll see some deals and some contracts that we've never seen before from the NFL. So
I saw that the Steelers next year is going to have the biggest cap space at like 127 million.
They'll be able to re-sign Minka and TJ next year.
Yeah,
both of them the long-term deals.
he said and Ben again. Then with that kind of money, you could buy a new team.
Yeah. So, there's that. UFC. We got the big pay-per-view next week with Stipe and Ngannou, but there is a fight night streaming on ESPN and ESPN Plus tonight. Scary situation yesterday during the weigh-ins. The one female fighter, I forget her last name, she fainted twice while on the scale weighing in. So, it brought back up the conversation of weight cutting and how dangerous it is for individuals and what can be done to try to make it safer, if at all. The long-term effects are just as bad as the short-term effects, and anybody that's done amateur wrestling or boxing will vouch for that situation. So
actually HBO Sports, the Real Sports, they had a segment on UFC or MMA weight cutting, and it was very good, and it was some scary stuff. Like what they do to their bodies to cut weight is unreal. Yeah.
I mean, you come into a fight, you weigh in, and then whenever you fight the next night, you're 15, 20 pounds heavier. That just goes to show you like how dangerous it is to your body to go through that process over and over again each time you fight. Like, so I don't know if you gotta adjust the weight classes, whether you make more or you give a bigger gap. I don't know what the solution is. I'm not familiar enough with it. I didn't wrestle. I didn't have, I cut weight for midget football back in the day. I remember how bad that was as an 11, 12-year-old running around with garbage bags on and, drinking cranberry juice and water for, 2 2 weeks leading up to weigh-ins, and then having to get weighed every single night after practice during the season. Like, and that was just for midget football. Like, I can't imagine these, kids in junior high and high school and college, wrestlers and everything else. So, hope she's doing good. Haven't heard anything else from that end, but yeah, dangerous situation yesterday. So, other than like, I don't have a whole lot specifically in sports. Like I said, there's a lot going on, but we'll play out as March Madness comes through here. Brackets, I'll have games on all day today and tomorrow, and then kind of go from there. See what happens.
I know it's been a week, but rest in peace, Marvin Hagler, because that happened last Saturday night.
Last Saturday, yep.
Yeah. One of the best middleweights ever.
Greatest round of a fight ever.
Him and Tommy Hearns.
First round. As soon as the bell rings, they go hard for 3 straight minutes. Go out, search the clip on YouTube, watch it. You'll not be disappointed. Probably the greatest first round, greatest round in general of any fight. The only fight that I watched live that I said that, and it's not even a true comparison because it was UFC, was Stephen Bonner and Forrest Griffin. UFC and what them two did in that final 5th round, with just standing there toe to toe, throwing blows on each other after going 4 solid rounds of that. So yeah, rest in peace to him. But yeah, I don't, if we missed something, let us know. I got 10% on my battery left on my phone. So
just real quick, tonight is Fan Controlled Football's championship game. They're calling it the People's Championship. Don't know how they got away with that, but Glacier Boys versus the Wild Aces tonight at 8 p.m. on Twitch.
Ooh,
my team ain't in it,
boys. If my internet can connect, maybe I'll get on Twitch and watch it later.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the world-renowned, world-famous One Got to Go.
Let's do it. All right. Donald gave us our segment for this week again, so let's get into it. We're gonna go with restaurant bread. So what's got to go? Texas Roadhouse rolls and cinnamon butter, the Olive Garden breadsticks, Red Lobster cheddar bay biscuits, or the Longhorn honey whole wheat bread.
So initially, when you sent out this picture, you had Outback on, and I was gonna just bury it because I've never eaten.
Never had Outback.
Yeah.
There's like 3 Outbacks left in the United States, and one of them is Roseville, connected to a hotel.
Yeah, Outback had to get cut out. It's not big enough. Not big enough for this discussion.
No, it should have been like Pringles last week and taken off the list. Hey, shout out to everybody that commented last week on the One Gotta Go segment. We appreciate you commenting, sharing, viewing, giving feedbacks. We greatly appreciate it. Keep the conversation going. We enjoy interacting with you guys on these and telling us how wrong we are or how right we are. So kudos to everybody for that. All right, who wants to be first this week? This is a tough choice.
I'll start off and we can work our way down. Texas Roadhouse, that is their rolls and their cinnamon butter. That's just perfection for me. That's not going anywhere. Like, nothing better than going to Texas Roadhouse and getting those fresh rolls. Olive Garden breadsticks, another classic. You can't go to Olive Garden without getting the breadsticks. I hardly ever go to Red Lobster, but again, another one. Cheddar Bay biscuits, delicious. I go to Longhorn, but I don't need the honey whole wheat bread. That got to go.
Okay.
Oh, well, for me, like Chris said, the Texas Roadhouse rolls, some of the best in the business. Not my favorite, but some of the best. Olive Garden breadsticks, they're okay. I had better breadsticks, but they're all right. Oh, Red Lobster cheddar biscuits, that's the king of kings. That ain't going anywhere for me. Longhorn bread, I enjoy it a lot. That's why I got that's why it's on here, other than Outback. But what gotta go? Olive Garden breadsticks gotta go. Those are subpar. I had better breadsticks at pizza places than that.
Crazy bread.
Yes. Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
So I've been eating Cheddar Bay biscuits all my life. Within the last 2 years, I've finally had Texas Roadhouse and Olive Garden breadsticks. Maybe last 2 years, because I've never been to either place. I've never had honey whole wheat bread from Longhorn. Don't think I ever will. It got to go, and from the looks of it, I don't think it travels well either.
Well,
the top three you can take home and reheat and eat for days. I don't know about the honey whole wheat bread.
Oh man, that travels well.
yeah, you can't. You're getting rid of something that you never had before.
Yep, and I love honey whole wheat. I'm gonna just get rid of it. What else do I got to get? What else am I gonna get rid of? Everything else is stable.
Olive Garden breadsticks.
Come on. No.
Yeah, so Texas Roadhouse, yes, they're amazing and they're delicious. The cinnamon butter makes the roll that much better. There have been times where I've been to Texas Roadhouse and gotten the rolls, and they're still doughy and not cooked all the way through, like not baked off all the way through. So that kind of.
Where you go to Monroeville?
I've been in a couple different ones. Monroeville, one over in Century 3, like or over in Pleasant Hills. Just a couple of times where it's been like, you know, they're not cooked, they're not done all the way. So don't put them in the basket if they're not done. I don't care how long they sit under the freaking red light. They're not.
You got teenagers on the grill.
I mean, honestly, it's the cinnamon butter that makes the roll. It's not the roll that makes the cinnamon butter. If you take away the cinnamon butter, the roll is just a regular ass roll.
I eat the roll because half the time cinnamon butter gone.
The roll itself's good too.
The roll itself is good.
Cinnamon, my wife makes the cinnamon butter here at home, and it makes everything taste delicious. So it's not the roll. If we're going strictly on bread, not what gets added to the bread, it's the cinnamon butter that makes the roll for Texas Roadhouse. So with that being said, and because of my negative experiences, I'm gonna get rid of the Texas Roadhouse roll. Because it's the cinnamon butter that makes it, not the bread.
I'd cut you off, but I think your internet connection is going to do that for me.
Hey, I speak the truth. I only speak the truth, okay?
No.
You take away the cinnamon butter, you're not going to Texas Roadhouse for the rolls. That's just how it is. You go to Olive Garden, yep, breadsticks and salad all day long.
I'm not going to Olive Garden for the breadsticks.
You can
get
day long. Red Lobster, Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I'm going to Red Lobster for the Cheddar Bay biscuits. That's for sure.
The Longhorn honey wheat bread, you can fill up on that before your steak even comes to the table, and then you take the steak home.
Yep, that's how good it is.
So yeah, get Texas Roadhouse rolls specifically because this is a bread and not what gets added to the bread.
Since you've had some bad experiences, I'll give it to you, but you don't know what you're missing whenever they're fresh. Like when they're hot and fresh, you open them up, the steam pops out. It's like little pillows of heaven. Delicious. The roll itself is delicious.
Take that little pillow of heaven and just eat it by itself. Don't put any bread on it, and then come back.
Come back
and tell me that they're still the best.
Like, who really has time to dip and spread? Sometimes you just want to pop and go. I don't eat a Texas Roadhouse roll.
Are we talking about bread here?
There's Mason Sticks t-shirt.
Don't worry about my feet.
I like to take my time and dip and spread, but I can see where you pop and go. Like there's advantages to popping and going too. Like
maybe you like to dip and spread. I don't know. I mean,
especially whenever you're taking kids out to eat, sometimes popping and going gets it done because you got kids there. So you got pop and go, get it over with.
You pop and go, you might get a kid.
Very true. Accidents happen when you pop and go. You have a little more control whenever you take your time and you spread.
You're wrong either way.
This took a turn.
Get out of here. All right, I don't have nothing else for this segment. You guys are wrong. I'm right. Come at me. I'll take
Olive Garden breadsticks are nasty.
I'll take all your Texas Roadhouse.
Olive Garden in general is nasty.
Olive Garden breadsticks.
They don't
are
give me
nasty.
mints. I have a problem with that.
They don't give me the Andes.
They don't give me the Andes. I feel like they don't like me.
You know who does have Andes mints?
You want to
can
be
get
able to
Nobody.
milkshake at
Arby's.
Arby's.
Arby's got Andes mints.
check the bed.
I can't wait till all this open. We're gonna take a trip to Arby's just to get Jason's reaction.
Yep.
Shamrock shake. You know it's bad whenever you just see the green liquid still floating around in the shake. Nasty ass shake. This is McDonald's, trash ass McDonald's. All right, I don't have a famous quote this week because I can't get on my phone to pull it up. So with that, it is what it is.
We'll get into
action.
Nobody got nothing? To beat a man, you got to beat the man. Woo.
No, well, I mean that's general. You know, to be wrong on one gotta go. You got to pick something that is opposite of what I pick. So in that instance, you guys are always wrong, and I'm always right. That's why I'm the Pinnacle. Give me that scarf, Chris.
The Pinnacle is trash. That's the quote of the week.
Oh, guys, be on the lookout. We're gonna have a big company announcement here coming soon in the next coming weeks. So pay attention for that. We got some stuff in the works.
I'm getting fired, guys.
Hopefully, you guys will be excited for it.
I will be replaced.
We're excited. No, you got to stay on. Yeah, I need a foil on this show. Okay, I disagree with. I need somebody to spar with, to go toe to toe with. Hopefully next week my internet will connect and we'll be better, and you're not looking at my unfinished ceiling in the basement. But thanks for tuning in. Hopefully these 3 marks entertained you while I was offline, and the show got better once I got on. And you can catch us around the way.